What's going on, everybody? How y'all feel? It's Male Translation tuning into again with your boy Clarence Brown. Now, I made this video touching on the subject of light-skinned versus dark-skinned women. Now, I know it's men that have no preference on light-skinned and dark-skinned, but there's some fellas out there that I've spoken to that feel like, you know, they prefer light-skinned women over dark-skinned women. So I just want to touch on that subject and shed some light on it because I want to see how the ladies feel and also some other fellas feel. So like I said, I brought in a few of my friends and family to touch on that subject, man. I want y'all to listen in and see how other people feel about if it's a preference of dark skin or light skin or light skin versus dark skin. Y'all bear with me and check this out, man. Let me know how y'all feel as well. Okay, so like we was talking about earlier, Jameer, I wanted to have you bring this topic in. I know it's a lot of fellas, black men, that, in my opinion, they favor light skinned women over dark skinned women. Now, we talked a couple days ago and you mentioned about this theory when it comes to comparing the light-skinned women and dark-skinned women in the mind of a black man, because it's a lot of brothers that down the dark-skinned women, and I really don't know why. So I wanted to chop it up and hear both the men's side and the female side on that topic. So let us know what about that theory you was telling me about.
Like I said before, let me tell you how they tried it. Okay, so I was talking to somebody that I know who dates a light-skinned person or woman, and I asked him why did he choose a light-skinned woman. It was kind of his attitude about it. He's like, yeah, she's light-skinned. And it was just thing about it. So he said that, or he made a comparison. And he said black women or dark-skinned women are like a Hummer. You can put them under any condition. They're durable, thick. And a light-skinned woman is more like the Ferrari. Drive down the street, everybody's looking. Everybody loves the Hummer though. The Hummer is always gonna be there, but it's just something about the Ferrari. And so I just didn't have nothing to say to it. I know a lot of black men date light-skinned women, white women, and they just kind of leave dark-skinned women out because we're the Hummer and not the Ferrari.
So, who's gonna start? Because I have a mouthful about this.
Oh Lord.
I'll go ahead and start since nobody jumped up about it. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I mean, I feel like, personally, I don't have a preference. You know, like, I like what like me. If I...
He said he like what like him.
Sure,
I like what I like.
Yeah, exactly. If we get along and we bond like that, then, you know, it don't matter what color you are to me. I mean, you could be dark as, you know, whatever, the ozone, but I mean, like, seriously.
Maybe you ozone.
Yeah, or you could be light as, you know, a piece of paper, but I mean, it don't matter. It depends on how we get along, how we communicate, how we talk to each other. I mean, that's what it all boils down to me. So, I mean, as far as comparing a Hummer and a Ferrari.
But you know some men
like
that like.
Yeah, it's men out there.
No, I'm gonna lie. I mean,
They'll put the light-skinned women on a higher pedestal. They'll feel like, okay, well, you know, their value is greater than the value of a dark-skinned woman.
but that's all a choice.
Let's go back
That's
to the
all a
plantation.
choice, though.
I mean, go back to the
That's
plantation.
That's a choice. That's just like order some food right now.
Don't take it back to roots and
It's a mentality.
It's still a choice.
but it's a mentality. But let's be realistic. I mean, realistically, it's what's been shown. My son right now that's all he's seeing. The black woman comes on after 12.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So, I mean, you look at, I don't care if it's a carton of cigarettes. The dark black woman is not being seen. No different than the dark black man is not being seen in a lot of things. You know what I mean? And so,
The Shamar been on the scene.
I was gonna say nowadays dark-skinned men are getting
they coming out.
there.
But
more than dark-skinned women. Dark-skinned men are people are liking liking
I'm
dark-skinned
just saying,
men
as an
more.
overall look, you look at the average lady that's advertised. You know what I mean? It's just not being seen. And so a lot of men, because they don't, men are visual, and so a lot of men don't have their own mind. And so they just follow the trend. And so now we got a younger generation following the videos. And they just...
And then the dark-skinned women, they bleaching their skin. They trying to
Yeah.
look lighter.
I was gonna say, it's not just a man mentality. It's true, it's not just a man mentality, it's a everybody mentality. I 100% agree on what he's saying, is that it's everywhere. It's seen. I have a 2-year-old daughter, and when she was born, she was light, and now she's dark. And I can't tell you how many. I had this girl come up to me. Oh, she is so beautiful for a dark skinned girl. Who the But my first mindset was, but it starts so young. She is only 2. And so as a man, it starts so young for them. They're only, like you said, they see what is only right there.
What they see.
That's it. So you can't really fault them. I would also say that's a young mentality. Because as you get older, as he said, you just like what you like, regardless if it's light skin, if it's dark skin. If they treat you well, they treat you well. A younger boy is gonna be like, well, I only like one thing. That's all I like. I ain't going nowhere else. When you become a man, you learn that it's different, in my opinion. And as a woman, you learn that it's different things and different.
And I'm saying, so that it's faddish. It's a real faddish trend. I remember when everybody said light skinned dudes out of style. I mean, but now we're coming back. We know. But I'm saying that because it's real faddish. You know what I mean? I think anybody that's comparing a woman, to a car, to I think it comes back. I think it comes back to a woman being, like I said, back secure in who she is. Because trust me, there's a whole lot of black men that want a sister.
And I think what
they want a chocolate sister.
The Hummer is gonna, be strong and stuff. Like it's just too overpowering for them.
That's probably
that's what I first thought about.
And I'm thinking that he
that
feel like
he
can do whatever.
This is my thing. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem if you want to drive the Hummer, the Ferrari, or the Hoopty. That's your business. That has nothing to do with me. If that, I don't have to wake up to that person every day and all of that. But I do get offended when you compare it like, white women, they can go to the beach. Black women, they always got an attitude and they don't want to get their hair wet. They don't want to be in the sun. Man, this is a $300, $400 sew-in. Of course I don't want to be in the water. I don't have an attitude about it, but you're not offering a suggestion right now. Are you going to help me fix it later because you didn't help get the first one done? You see what I'm saying? Like, where's the compromise with it?
All stereotypes.
I mean, but what I'm saying, I'm just saying, I can only speak for me. So I've been that woman. My husband can tell you right now, I cannot stand the ocean. Like, I don't do the pool. No, I'll do the pool.
Just not the
ocean for what? Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But I compromise with him because he likes to go out and jet ski and this, then. We almost lost our lives one time on there, and I was just almost done. But because he likes it, I still made the compromise to go. But he also made a compromise. He's like, I know you're concerned about your hair. We'll get your hair done tomorrow. Make the appointment. I mean, that's not a stereotype for me. That's real for me.
No, I mean, stereotype for somebody to judge a woman based upon what she looks like and then put an attitude with that and say, all light women like this, all white women you can do.
I talked to a lot of black
all
men
white guys, all white women you can do.
Women, and that's what they say.
But you know what ends up
That's what they say.
When they, please,
different perception
I may run for office one day. But when black men get with white women, it takes for something, a disaster to happen for them to get back with the black woman, and then what ends up coming out is, oh my goodness, you've always been there. But
true story.
But hey,
the Hummer.
The Hummer is always in the parking garage, waiting to be used.
We're talking about light skin and dark skin.
I know, but when I heard white women,
whatever. I mean, regardless.
It just becomes it becomes an issue with me when you're putting someone on a pedestal just because of their complexion, and then the light skinned woman thinks they're high and mighty because they're in style or they're part of the fad. And it's okay how you look, but don't look down on somebody else because they don't have what you have, and don't treat someone differently or don't get to know that person because they are of a dark complexion. I mean, there's some dark-skinned women who just have nasty attitudes. There are light-skinned women who have nasty attitudes. I mean, we done seen the meeting.
It's the color for them. I think it's what one is willing to do. It's the Hummer gonna do something.
Nah, that's
the Ferrari for real. That's what it is. Like, look, and it's not to be racist, but white women, like where I'm from, it's a lot of black men that go to white women, but it's because they do stuff that a sister is not gonna do. I've seen it, and they can be the raggediest, no offense, they can be like not up to par, and you can look like why, but you know what I'm saying, that's what they want because exactly. And
but I think if we get back to the light skin part though, it doesn't necessarily mean that as far as black they don't have to have good credit because they all light skin lived in the hood when I lived in the hood.
Yeah.
So we all was there together. I think it's really just about what you see,
What they see.
and what you like. It's very just set of, oh, I see, I think she's cute. And then also, I think we spoke about this before, how you feel as a person. I think because light-skinned women are put on the pedestal, they have more confidence.
Right.
And so they're able
They
to do a little
seem
more.
to have more
as
confidence.
Right.
for, I know I can say for me, it did take me a while to be okay in the
Embrace
skin
your-
that I am and embrace myself from things that I heard when I was younger and some of those different things.
But
So as far as confidence, they might have a little bit more confidence
Right.
than
So-
we have as we got older.
I'm in total agreement with everybody, but I'm saying just like black women feel like, hey, a lot of black men refer to light-skinned women. There's a whole lot of black men that feel like, hey, there's a lot of black women that prefer a man with money.
Duh,
nothing wrong with that.
Hold on, you understand what I'm saying? It's still a preference. You see what I'm saying? So
But
black.
money is different from
No, it's
skin
not.
color.
It's not different at all.
All you going off of is that I'm dark skinned.
You done
Yeah,
you done
that's
closed the
cute.
book.
But you
already.
still talk off that money.
You close the book off a guy, and that's why I thank God for my wife, man. I knew it. I was allergic to broke growing up in the hood, but just because I was allergic to it. And so my point is, my patterns of where I was trying to go. I thank God that she didn't try to take me for where I was. They just have a mentality of how a person is. Because my point is, we're back where we started. You're still judging the book by its color. You ain't got to know this person. You ain't got to know the dark skinned girl. No different. You ain't got to know the broke guy. And there's a whole lot of men that feel like, guess what? If you ain't got no money, leave the dark skinned sister alone. That's all she looking for.
No, if you ain't got no money, leave the light skin to them. Now the sister might take you.
No money. And that's true. I feel like we
The dark
don't take the broke dude before that light skin
Yeah.
want to take that broke.
dark skin sister gonna take you
I ain't
in,
taking
feed
no
you.
If you don't have nothing going for yourself by 30, you can't be
Okay, well,
broke. You
that's
can't
true, but
be
I'm
broke in my corner. Something ain't right.
But if you got a plan, though, I mean.
If you got a plan, you should
I
be
need that plan
having
to be
it. Like,
in
But now I'm not gonna lie, because we had that conversation kind of about the whole like, are you gonna support a man when they're jobless and all that kind
That's
of stuff.
something
But
different.
no. But what I'm saying is, I just feel like we can't be broke, but I feel like a lot of their uplifting has a lot to do with us because they are they're and I'm not saying that they're weak or something like that, but they are insecure to some degree, especially when you start talking about finances and stuff like that. And we do have the power. Yeah, it's embarrassing, but we do have that power to be like, listen, I know you don't have it right now, but what you like to do? How can we create a business out of this?
And it's not
Or
real.
can I help you? Wait, but it's not typical for the average female. But
no, it's
okay,
I understand.
but can we help you with the resume or anything?
No. I can't.
I can talk to somebody at my job about another job or anything.
But that doesn't
I
mean you all have
the
to
reason why
date.
these are my preference now, because I've been in a state where I've helped someone get to those places, and when they got on, that's like Kanye West, you get on and you leave me for a white girl type thing. That's just my preference, but I don't have a problem with helping someone. But the place that I'm in right now, not even at a certain age, a certain maturity, you should have those plans together. You should know in your mind, okay, if I'm without a job, what else can I do to make sure that this is accomplished or whatever? But
Really? Because I'd go back to selling power. What do you mean? I mean, what else I got? You can't make it that broad.
no, I mean, but I believe if you're
That's
at
what
a
happened to
certain
Phaedra and
age-
Apollo, truth be told.
She took it from jail. No, but what I'm saying is I can't do that anymore because I've been broken when I've done that.
So
But
now we back to
I think
preference.
it's not putting
So
your
there's
all.
been some black boys that grew up in high school with a dark-skinned black girl, and she cussed him out at homecoming, and guess what he did
But
with
it's
that?
the root. You got to get back to the root of it.
Right, I'm saying, but we all sometimes have
And I'm getting
preferences.
to the root. Why are you broke? Are you broke because you can't manage your money? Are you broke because you have a habit or something like that? And that's usually that's part of the problem why people are broke, because they have habits and they can't manage their money.
That's
And the-
money. So why is the
Right,
black
but-
girl always got an attitude? Why is her temper so short? Why is she always got something to say, got an opinion about everything? And so, I mean, is that from her mom? We don't know that either.
She probably grew up in a household where that was normal.
On that one, I think the black women get their attitude from us. No, seriously.
From being
From
disappointed.
men. I mean,
They
from
get
men.
that. I know. I've had
Yeah.
an attitude from being disappointed.
You know, we have attitude as men. I mean, I feel like women get their attitude from the men. You
But
know,
I feel like that's culture. That's a bit like
I was gonna say
cultural because like Spanish women,
they got attitude. All women got attitude, period. Let's put that out.
I mean, they be ratchet.
All
women-
women got them.
women
All
know
women
that.
white ones
Certain-
do.
That's,
Yeah.
that's
But
true.
there's- they handle theirs a little
certain
different.
cultures
Because
handle theirs
Bonnie
different.
grew up with her mom, Chrissy. And,
But
and
Bonnie
Chrissy
still
never argued with her. They always argued upstairs in the room. They never did that in front of me. They never did that in front
We're
of me.
going to take it to
But
another
Tamika,
level.
it's
To
been
me,
a
and
good
her auntie Toshiko was like,
we in the front yard.
Yeah.
It's gonna get solved right now.
and so it's still
But
all
culture.
culture. It's all culture.
culture.
But I'm just saying, back to her point,
Yeah.
the whole Hummer, Ferrari thing. I mean, that's just preference, man. I mean, and what she's saying is true. There's a lot of guys that prefer that light skin
Right with
women.
it, because when that little
But-
Ferrari break down on the black
That
man who
durable
can't
Hummer.
afford that
That break
tire,
down-
that
that break
somebody
down-
gonna come pick this Hummer up though.
Expensive. Ferraris are expensive.
They break down quick.
Yeah. The average guy just want a nice custom rim on. He'll take that. He'll fix it up. You know what I mean?
Right with an Ultima.
Right.
So if we just shed some light on that, I just wanted to touch on that. You know what I mean? That topic because. Well, I mean, like I said, man, it's a controversy. Light skinned, dark skinned women, black men, it seem like they are leaning more toward the light skinned women. Like you said, the Ferrari, they
Rich
break down
men,
easy.
rich men, broke men.
Right, well,
all
rich
that.
dad, poor dad, all that.
Obviously, we got some, rich areas we need to discuss one day.
Man, I thank everybody for coming out, shedding some light on these topics, man, and just touching on these issues and not being afraid to share their perspective, man. I appreciate everybody. And y'all too tuning in, man. I want y'all to tune in and chime in as well and leave y'all comments on what y'all feel about it. Is it a controversy, light skin versus dark skin? Do the black men want a long hair, thick, red bone? Open up their legs to filet mignon? I don't know, man. Y'all let me know, man. I can't say, but for everybody tuning in, I appreciate y'all for showing love and support and just giving me the views and everything. So y'all keep tuning in. Let us know how y'all feel again. Male Translations. We'll see y'all next week, man. Thanks a lot. Peace.